For tonight, with the Bulls looking to even the series. The Bulls criticized LeBron for flopping after being shoved by Nazr Mohammed in Game 3. LeBron says he isn't bothered by those accusations. But here's the question. I want to know, are the Bulls in the Heat's head? And we'll start with you, our NBA analyst for the day. Al, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bulls are in the Heat's head.
Wow.
I think that when, as a player, when you're... when there's altercations, when there's physical play, when there's dirty play, I feel like sometimes they can get in your head. The other team can get in your head mentally, and that rubs off. I've seen it. I've been part of a team where, if one of us, I don't know, maybe gets punked, then, it's one or two things happen. Either we all rally around him, we pick him back up, or everybody kind of goes into, they try to hide mode type of thing. And I think the Bulls, their only chance that they have in this series is by playing physical, by being aggressive. And they play physical normally. Now this is kind of borderline dirty.
What mode are the Bulls in right now? What mode is the Heat in?
The Bulls are in the desperate mode, and they are playing physical, borderline dirty. And the Heat, it's important for them to just keep their composure, to keep trying to play. But I feel like, the Bulls, that's their best strategy. I know that it can affect the player mentally. So I think that the Heat were able to overcome it. LeBron got over it, and they were able to get that win.
So do you think the Heat didn't rush to LeBron's defense quickly enough? They didn't back him up?
I think they backed him up. I mean, if you recall, Birdman was over there, shoving Gibson out of the way and things like that. But I think that they were rattled by that reaction, seeing their star player, their main player, go down like that. Yeah. I think that it bothered all of them. I mean, it's one of those things that Chicago was telling them, hey, we're going to be physical with you guys. What are you going to do about it? Yeah. Type of thing. And Joakim, it's a big part of that. My college teammate, and I feel that he plays with passion, he plays with heart, and I think that it just has rubbed off on everyone in the case. They're being the enforcers in this case, and the Heat are kind of they've handled it okay, but they're being punished right now.
Well, Al, I got to tell you, Al, I don't find the Bulls play to be borderline dirty. They're physical. It's a physical brand of basketball. It's foreign to today's players in game because obviously it's a different set of rules than existed years ago. Mm-hmm. But I don't find the Bulls, I find them to be physical. I find them to attempt to use that to their advantage because that's the only potential advantage they may have.
Totally.
But you played with Joakim Noah. I don't think he's dirty at all. I think he's fierce. I think he's physical. He's reminded me why he, along with yourself, are two-time national champions coming out of Florida. I got a lot of respect for what I've seen from him. And listen, if you're not talented on a superior level, and you know that the Miami Heat are Hollywood, they're physical, they're very, very talented, but he called them Hollywood years ago, then what do you do to disrupt that? What do you do to disrupt that? You play a physical brand of basketball, but that doesn't mean you're dirty. It's dirty if you're going to me, even though I don't think it was intentional, that dude Patrick Beverley's play on Russell Westbrook that hurt his knee. I thought that was dirty, personally.
Dirty?
I don't find anything that was, I thought that was dirty. You don't, the guy calling a timeout, you don't go low at him, Skip. You don't do that.
Well, that's established in the league. Anytime that you're running to call a timeout, you usually have to let the player go. But I feel like he made a legitimate attempt to go after the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that he was just being aggressive. It's unfortunate what happened to Russell. I mean, he's never been injured before. Yeah. And to your point, Stephen A., about Joakim, I'm not saying that he's dirty at all, but I'm saying there's chippiness, when Nate Robinson falls on the floor and Birdman falls on top of him. Joakim runs over and pushes Birdman. And that's great. I mean, I love that from the Bulls aspect of it. Right. But, little things like that are uncalled for. But I love the way that the Bulls are playing, and they're getting under Miami skin. Miami Heat.
That's right. But that's not dirty. That's more psychological than anything else. That's not dirty.
Yeah,
that's chippiness.
I guess I said it wrong. I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah. To me, Stephen A., the Bulls are trying to use some of that Dallas blueprint of the finals of 2 years ago. When they got physical with the Heat, they directed a lot of their trash talk at LeBron, as you remember, and it started to work. It started to disrupt everything that Miami did. Miami was probably the better team, but the problem here with the Bulls is they don't have Dirk at that point. They don't have Jason Terry doing what he was doing in that series because they don't have Derrick Rose, and they don't have Lou Allen, they don't have Heinrich. So it's just the tactics to me are correct, and I'm with Al. I think they're working on the psychological level, but you don't have enough talent to back it up and close that deal.
Yeah, they have to leave it there. Our Josina Anderson is reporting to that point that Luol Deng will not be playing tonight. So it is in and it is official. Let's move on to our other topic. The Pacers beat the